So as I'm sure you guys know, there are 3 versions of the HVY Insurgent in GTA 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. The first version is the Insurgent Pickup. It's the weaponized version of the Insurgent. It's also the one that can seat the most people with 9 total. And for the longest time, it was a Pegasus vehicle only. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And you can see it has that 50 caliber machine gun on top. It has sort of the pickup truck bed in the back. It's obviously one of the coolest vehicles ever. The second version is the regular Insurgent. This is one that can be stored in your garages. It is a 6-seater. And this one is non-weaponized. It can be upgraded in the Los Santos custom shop. It's obviously a really awesome armored vehicle. And then with the gun running update, we got an update to the pickup version, and that is the pickup custom. That could be customized to a greater degree with liveries and different armor shells, and you could change the gun on the top. There's so much you can do to this vehicle. And now it can also be stored as a personal vehicle. But there's never really been a civilian version of the Insurgent until today, and that's what I'm going to be showing you. And I think this would be an amazing vehicle for Grand Theft Auto Online. So today I'm introducing you to the HVY Armordillo. And no, I didn't say armadillo, Armordillo. So this has been created by WildBrick142, and this is the description of this vehicle. Used by the military to invade countries and wipe them out, with a massive gun without needing to leave the vehicle, the Insurgent Pickup quickly became a popular military vehicle right next to the very original Mammoth Jeep. What could HVY do in this case? Release a civilian model and rake the cash in. The brand new armored Armadillo off-road truck will plow through any traffic the rush hour can throw at you. So there is a lot that this vehicle does that is different than the regular Insurgent. The Armadillo is an edit of the Insurgent Pickup, which removes the massive gun on the roof, removes the roll bars, and adds a front license plate, tow hook, and badges. Now, fun fact, in case you didn't know, Armadillo was supposed to be the name for the Insurgent before Rockstar changed it. I guess they figured Insurgent was a little bit better than Armadillo. Now, you can also take this vehicle into the Los Santos custom shop, and there's really not a whole lot you can do here. You can obviously upgrade the armor, you can upgrade the brakes, the transmission, the turbo. Really, the best you're gonna get in terms of being able to uniquely customize this vehicle is the respray options. Now, it's very similar to the Insurgent. The primary color is going to have an impact on the majority of the exterior of the vehicle, whereas the secondary color is going to impact a lot of the rails you see, also the hood scoop and the wheel arches. So sort of like the accessory pieces of this car, or I should say this vehicle, are impacted by the secondary color. But there's a lot of cool things about this vehicle that I really do enjoy. Obviously, the fact that it's a civilian version of the Insurgent. And in case you guys are like of the mindset that civilian versions of these cars don't exist, take a look at this photo. This guy's going to the freaking hardware store in his, military vehicle. So cars like this actually exist. Like, you can't get them from like Auto Trader or CarMax, but you can get them, and many of them are road legal, believe it or not. So civilian versions of military vehicles like this do exist. They might not necessarily be all that common, but they definitely are a thing. Now, one of the cool features about the civilian version of this car, and I guess legally it makes sense, is the front license plate. So I live in a state in the United States where front license plates aren't required, but I know on a lot of places they are. So the front license plate on this vehicle does make sense. And you can see that I've applied it right there. And I've also put a Liberty City plate on there too, which kind of looks really cool on this vehicle. The blue and the whites look really good with my sort of metallic silver and black paint job right there. But this is the HVY Armordillo, and this is just really awesome. Now, a couple more features about this car. You can actually break the glass on here, which is kind of cool. Some mods don't actually do that. Glass shards will remain when you break the glass. There's also vehicle badges all over, including the Armadillo logo, its text, and the HVY logo on the front grille. There's tons of colors that spawn in traffic if you have the NPCs having these vehicles. You guys might have noticed that there is a tow hook on the back, and that's not just for show. You can actually tow things with this vehicle. You can apply trailers on there that have boats attached, that have cars. So obviously really, really cool stuff right there. The lights on this vehicle, they work too, both the bright lights and the regular day lights. You guys know I'm like the biggest stickler for headlights that actually work and then having a difference between the normal daylight lights and the nighttime lights. So I'm a big fan of that. And I just think this is a really, really cool car. Now, I'm not sure when or where this vehicle would fit into a future update. It would almost sort of have to be another military-esque one. But at the same time, in the Doomsday Heist, Rockstar introduced vehicles like the Camacho, which is sort of an off-road truck. So maybe they don't necessarily need a military DLC in order to see this, especially if it's a civilian model, which at the end of the day, it is. Now, it would likely be armored, I would imagine, because it's civilian, maybe a little bit less armored than the Insurgent, which I would be totally cool with. Maybe since we would have less armor protection, you would assume the vehicle would be lighter, thus it might be a little bit quicker. I'd also be able to love to use a vehicle like this in races too, which is, of course, something you can do with the regular Insurgent, but I would like that feature to still be applied to this car too. And I just think this is really awesome. So I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you would think about a civilian version of the Insurgent being added into the game. In this case, the HVY Armordillo. I think this is a really cool car, but obviously I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about it and more. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. We like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.